Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I have posted a video. I have filmed so many videos that I just haven't posted, and I don't really have like an excuse, I guess. I just didn't like how they came out. I've had they might look okay now like on camera and stuff, but I've had some really bad skin lately, and I just will film a video and I'll look at it and that's all I can see. So I haven't just been posting just because I didn't like the content. And also I've been taking a summer class, so I've had that every single morning, and I've had like an exam every single week, so it's been a lot about that. So that ends this coming week. Today is Saturday, so this coming week is my last week with the class, and I'll have a lot more time to film. I'm also trying to go off to Florida for college in the fall, so I'll be leaving soon, so that's another thing on my plate that I've been worrying about and just having to plan for. But I'm here today to film for you guys. I don't know what I'm filming yet. It's gonna be Peachy though. I have a lot of like peachy makeup that I just really want to use today in this tutorial. Also, I cut my hair. I'm gonna get into the tutorial and then we're gonna start to talk with the hair. Also, since it's been so long since I've filmed, I do a lot of things differently now. So like usually I start my tutorial with my eyebrows already done, but lately I've been doing them after foundation. Another thing that I've never done on my channel is, I don't think I have at least, I usually do my eyes first and then do the face, and lately I've been doing my face first and then the eyes. I don't really know, I actually feel like it makes me do my makeup faster for some reason, which doesn't really make sense because I'm still like putting the same product on. I'm using the Bnefit POREfessional, by the way, just on my T-zone and where I have really gross pores. And the Hangover RX primer from Too Faced all over the rest of my face. For foundation, I'm going to mix two foundations. The first one is the It Cosmetics CC Cream in Medium Tan. I'm going to just use one pump of it. I'm going to also use a pump of my Covergirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir foundation that just came out. I freaking love this stuff. Both are a lot more like lightweight, so I haven't been going for the super full coverage look lately because I said my skin has been bad, so I've just kind of been letting it breathe as much as possible. And I'm going to be using my Real Techniques buffing brush to apply that, which is weird because if you watch my videos, you know I always use a beauty blender. Which, yeah, that's a little dark. We're gonna lighten that up, but, yeah, I usually use a beauty blender, but I haven't used a beauty blender in a long time. I just think that this brush particularly applies the product faster and more full coverage. Just like, it doesn't take as much. Like, the sponge kind of absorbs a good amount of product. This brush is dense enough to where it just kind of packs it on and blends it in. So like I said with my hair, yeah, I don't even know where to start. I like went to get my hair cut and I asked for 3 inches off. I just wanted like a nice summer trim because obviously I have been bleaching my hair, so it just needs all the help it can get with being healthier and stuff and like looking healthier. So I just wanted a little trim and I wanted a few layers in there. I don't mind this length. You might look at it and be like, oh, it looks good. It's fine. It's not fine. I'm gonna like insert a video or something. I have a video of when I got home from having it done, and this layer that's up right now that's pulled back barely comes below my ear. So it's like I have this longer section, and then this layer ends like here, and it's just so choppy and it looks like Keith Urban's hair. It's really hard to pull up into a bun or up into a ponytail. It's just like the most impossible hairstyle ever. But I think I might do a video on how I've been styling it because I feel like everyone's gotten a haircut in their life that like they hated. or was just like too short or just wasn't what they wanted. And I found a few hairstyles that make it look presentable. So yeah, I think I might do that. So that was a light layer foundation. I did a pump of each of those, and you can still see acne peeking through. It gives me a nice glow. For my concealer, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the shade Light, Medium Honey, and Medium. And I'm just going to take a super dense packing brush and just make sure that that's all nice and concealed. And I'm going to go over my eyelids in order to prime them for shadow also. I really like doing this first, other than doing my eyeshadow first lately, because I can just be messy and I don't have to like clean up the edges. But that means I also have to just be a lot more careful when I do my crease color and stuff, that it doesn't get like muddy and get all over the place. I'm gonna set my under eyes and my lids, because if you can see, they're already creasing. So I'm gonna immediately set that with my Wet n Wild PhotoFocus pressed powder. A little tip with this powder is, I've heard this from other people too, so it's not just mine. When you get it, the top, it's like one of those like baked powders. If you like dig off that first layer, it has like, it's kind of like a waxy first layer. If you kind of I took like a bobby pin, if you can see, and just like chopped into that first layer, you get like a lot more of the powder, and it just works a lot better. I feel like a lot of products like e.l.f. and like cheaper makeup that does like that bake, like the layer doesn't come off. Like, you know, the Moonlight Pearls highlight or whatever from e.l.f. that everyone talks about? It's the same way. Like, you have to kind of like scratch off that top like waxy layer to really get into the product. I'm gonna just move over to my big powder brush and that same powder, and I'm gonna use a lot less than I usually do. And I'm just gonna set areas of my face that I know for a solid fact crease or get really, really oily. So basically like my T-zone, go around my nose, my chin. So that's pretty much my base done. If you look closely, you can see still on my face, my acne peeking through. And I'm just gonna leave that. I've been leaving that a lot lately just to like make my skin still look like skin, you know what I mean? For bronzing, I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer by Bnefit and my big Sonia Kashuk brush. And really lightly bronze up the sides of my face. And then use this little e.l.f. Professional bronzing brush and my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, just like such an OG combo that I used to use like in my first videos. And I'm just going to really, really lightly take some of that and just, not contour, but I just want to like define a tiny, tiny bit and just kind of make that a little bit deep. Then I'm going to take a flat kind of ovular brush and some more of that Wet n Wild powder and just clean up underneath the bronzing, just so that it doesn't look muddy. I'm going to use two highlights. I've been highlighting before blush also, so that my highlight looks a little bit more natural and not like a stripe. But I'm going to be using two of the Laura Geller highlights. One is in Peach Glow, I think. Yeah, Peach Glow and Gilded Honey. And I'm going to be using these. If you're deeper skin toned or like, I don't know, like kind of just tan for the summer like I am, these as a combo are insane. But the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlight is also just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to just mix these two with my Real Techniques setting brush, I think. Yeah, and just go along my cheekbones. Also, this is so weird, like everything I'm doing is different than like I used to do it. But I used to really, really heavily highlight like the center of my face. Since I have so much acne texture there at the moment, I've just been highlighting like this and curving it up and just kind of doing like an extreme side of the face highlight and staying away from any texture that I have. Bridge of the nose and Cupid's bow. and even a tiny bit on the chin. Just like right here, I'm not gonna touch it. Using Bnefit's California blush. I hated this at first, but now that I've kind of like same thing with it, like scratched the first layer off, I really, really like it. Luminoso by Milani is such a dupe for this. And I just have been starting it on the backs of my face and bringing it forward a little bit. Since this has a tiny bit of a glow in it, it actually does give my center of my face a little bit of a glow, but it's not a highlight, so that it doesn't really like highlight the bumps in my face, but it does give the rest of my face a glow. It kind of like evens it out, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much been my face makeup right there. So I'm gonna start my look off today with actually a little bit of Hoola bronzer. Shocker, I know. So basically, I'm gonna start on this outer corner of my eye and smoke out that brownie shade from Hoola. I'm gonna take my NYX, this is the 16 brush I think, and just go with no product and make sure that that shade is nice and blended out above my crease. I'm gonna use, I think this is Caramel, yep, Caramel by Anastasia. I almost always use this shade in my tutorials. But any orangey toned brown is gonna work, it's gonna do the trick. And I'm gonna just wiggle that very lightly up into that crease, just like Hoola, but I'm not gonna use as heavy of a hand. I'm just gonna kind of drag it on in there. Oh my god. I totally forgot how much fallout Anastasia has. Alright, I'm gonna just take some more Wet n Wild powder and like really load my brush up and try and sweep that away. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we're solid. The other day I did that with an eyeshadow and I just like smeared it away and it got all over my face and I was like, oh, okay. For the cut crease, if you guys have watched my other cut crease tutorials, I usually take like a brush and kind of like get some concealer and carve out the crease. But I'm gonna actually use this Stila glitter today in the shade Kitten Karma. And I'm not gonna really like cut. Dude, this is some extreme glitter. If you can see that, like there's chunks of glitter on here. So I don't really need to cut my crease with concealer. I'm just gonna cut it with this. And ooh, I'm gonna start in the middle of the eye, down here, and bring it up. I don't really want to start in the crease because if I mess it up, I'm done. And then I'm just gonna draw my normal crease line. Doing a cut crease, go like this. Look into your mirror like this. It really will show you where your crease line is. If you're going like this, you might go over like a crease in your eye. And just carefully draw like a little moon shape. If that made any sense at all. And you'll cut right into your crease. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna go do my eyebrows and then I'll be right back. I've been trying to go a lot more like natural and just have them on my face, not be the center of attention, you know? They're looking a little square today, but whatever. I'm gonna go back into that caramel shade that we used. Which one was it? This one. Wait, yep, this one. And that same blending brush, really, really tap the sides off and just take a tiny bit of that and start going in on that corner. And then I'm just gonna go back into my crease just on the cut part, like the inner half cut part, and just go over it with my glitter. You know, while that's like kind of drying, take a tiny bit more just on the very tip of the wand and do my inner corners with that. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use Hoola bronzer and my Jessie's Girl brush. This was like $1.99 at Rite Aid, and it's my absolute favorite under eye brush. So I'm going to start close to the lash line, and then I'm really going to bring it down and smoke it out. I'm going to give my eyelashes a quick curl and apply some They're Real by Bnefit mascara. Let that dry, and then I'm going to put some lashes on, and we will be back for lips. So if I didn't say this already, I have Kiss 11 lashes on my eyes, and then my mascara on the bottom is my NYX Pinup Tease. I was just looking in the mirror and I was like, this isn't really peachy, like it's kind of just like golden. So I'm gonna add my peachy pink shade up here, and this is the shade The News by Colourpop, and I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of this on my brush and run that along the lower lash line. I already did my mascara, but if you didn't, just do this step now. I'm gonna take it on the crease brush also. This shade is super fallouty. And just pop that also on there. There we go. For lips, I'm going to line my lips in the shade Ever by NYX. I'm going to use a tiny bit of this. This is the Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade Nudist Peach. I'm going to use my Too Faced Sweet Peach Papa Don't Peach lip gloss. And that's going to be my finished look, you guys. So kind of super glittery and peachy, but the skin is nice and natural. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.